So today I am out here at Explore USA RV Supercenter in Rockport, Texas, where they have a huge inventory. When I came out here, I was absolutely blown away by the number of RVs that they have in stock. But today we're going to take a look at this absolutely enormous Keystone Retreat destination style travel trailer. This thing is enormous, and in many ways you could consider it to be two levels. It's definitely something you're going to want to watch this video to see what it's all about. Hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, so before we hop inside of this unit and start doing that, let's take a look at the numbers. So this is going to have a gross vehicle weight rating on a travel trailer, mind you. This is not a fifth wheel, of 14,000 pounds. That is what I would even consider to be a mid-weight fifth wheel in terms of overall weight. The unloaded weight on this unit is 12,740 pounds. This thing is incredibly heavy. It's going to ride on F-rated tires. I would definitely upgrade those to G-rated tires. This thing is huge, and it's as tall as a full profile fifth wheel, but it's bumper towable, or at least hitch towable. This thing is absolutely huge, and it rides on a drop frame, which you can see. This is a travel trailer that I would only recommend towing with a modern dually pickup truck. I would not put this behind any type of single rear wheel truck. But we're going to hop inside of this unit and take a look at the inside, and then we'll look at the outside of it. So this is the 391 FLFT. You can see this massive sliding door right there. We're going to enter from the bedroom. You have your 50 amp cable right here. Okay, so let's quickly kind of walk around this unit so you can see what it's all about. King size bed, lots of cabinet storage, and you have a ton of windows in here. So imagine if you were parked next to some really nice scenic area and you had a view that you could look out of these giant windows with, and you have the three windows all the way around. This is absolutely gorgeous, and the lighter tones inside of this unit really make it stand out. I love the white cabinetry blended with some of the darker tones and some of the mild tones. Plus it has the contrasting ceiling and a really nice headboard to the bed with a window right there as well. King size bed, tons of room around the bed to get on and off of it. This is carpeted in this area though. You have your AC controls right here. Stepping up, before we move to the second level, let's take a look at the first level. You have an enormous bathroom in here. Porcelain foot flush toilet. You have a very large sink area, plus a nice cornered shower. Medicine cabinet in here. Behind the door, you have a ton of storage. And it's, relatively deep storage. So absolutely a functional bathroom, plus a really nice residential sliding door right here. Plenty of light. If you park this next to a lake or next to the ocean, this would be absolutely wonderful to spend time in. We're in your kitchen now. Perfect place for a coffee maker. You have your French door style pantry right here, and this is interesting. So you have this, which I gotta figure what this is for. So this covers something, but your pantry's right here. I'll have to figure out what that is for. I do not know. But they have it in here, so obviously it belongs to something. There's your residential microwave. Below it is your Furrion cooktop 3-burner with an oven. Lots of cabinetry in this unit. And then you have more cabinetry up here. You have more cabinetry underneath the sink. Nice dual basin stainless steel sink. You also have the ability to connect this to a water bottle down there, which will let you use this for cleaner, purified water. More drawers right here. Nice upgraded fixture. This has the high air refrigerator. I've actually heard really good things about this refrigerator in terms of reliability. It is a standard residential style refrigerator though, so it's not like a 12 volt or a gas electric. You have a place up here for some wine bottles. Over here you have a nice 50-inch, maybe even a little bit wider TV, some storage above, as well as a huge panoramic fireplace down here, and a lot of storage next to the entertainment center. And you have some enormous windows in here. I mean, this unit is absolutely designed to be placed on a piece of property and pretty much kept there as like a cabin. Theater seating over here. You have your reclining controls right there. I didn't know if it was electric or not. Plus you have a sofa at the end which will flip out into a bed, and you have some enormous end tables at the end of it. Very nice. You have a nice skylight way up here as well. Seems like it'd be kind of difficult to get to, and I don't think it's powered, so you'd have to get on a ladder to open that up. Nice lighting fixtures up top as well. Let's take a look at what everyone came here to see though. So when you come in, you can either turn left here or right at the sliding door, and you'll be presented with this really interesting staircase. When you go up this staircase, you have a very, very cool space up here. I mean, this is huge. And then you have another one on this side. So on this side, you're probably looking about 2 feet of height in here, but it's enormous. It's probably the size of a queen size bed, then some. But on this side, you can see how the floor is much lower. On this side, you actually have a lot of room. I mean, you could easily crawl up here. I'm gonna say it's probably right at around 3 feet, maybe a hair under 3 feet tall in here. But you could absolutely say this is a second story. This is really, really a usable space. It's much, much taller than most lofts that you would see, even in fifth wheels. You have some storage over here, place for a TV back there. You have an air conditioning unit up here as well. And you have your bunks right there. But this is super cool, and if you keep this out at, you know, some type of a campground or a property that you own, you could use this for all sorts of different things, from storage to extra sleeping accommodations. But it's the equivalent of a cabin, which is really nice. And you have these really nice carpeted stairs with a arm grab right there, so you can go up the stairs safely. But this is super cool. Anyways, let's take a quick look at the outside of this unit. Okay, now that we're outside, you can definitely see a little bit more about this unit. So this actually has a 12-inch I-beam with a 12-inch drop beam section. This has massive frame components. Very, very cool. And the reason why you have a drop beam here is to give you that extra ceiling height you need in that loft area up top. Very cool. You have your sliding glass doors right here. This has a Lodestar tire. I would upgrade the tires, and I would even add a much higher end suspension equalizer. This thing is incredibly heavy, especially for a standard towable unit, and you know, something you want to have the right suspension and tires for, and I think upgrading it would be nice. But the reason they put a relatively low end tire and suspension on this is mainly because this is really designed to be taken somewhere and left there. It's not really one of those units that you want to tow all over the country. Has standard incandescent lighting. Does not have any type of connection for a wireless backup camera. Does not have any type of receiver hitch on the back. It does have your 50 amp connection right there. Again, this thing is just insanely large, and it does have rack and pinion slides, which are really nice. You have your sewer connections right here, and then you're gonna have your city water connection here and your tank drain right down there. This is also going to be for your flush valve for your black tank outside of your furnace. This will be storage underneath the bed. Yeah, this thing is absolutely enormous. Has space for twin 30-pound propane cans as well. But what do you think of something like this? Is this something you could see, you know, living and owning yourself? If you had a piece of property, would you put something like this out there? You know, this has an MSRP slightly north of $68,000, which means if you compare this to the cost of like a cabin or something, it's much less. And, you know, if you put this out on site, you secure it to the ground, you stabilize it, you get it all set, you're gonna have kind of a ready to move into accommodation if you're gonna be out camping in something like this. It's just really, really cool. Again, I don't recommend towing something like this all over the country. It's just too heavy, it's too long, it's too large and tall, and this is gonna be a nightmare for most trucks to tow. I would definitely recommend something super heavy with a lot of stability and a lot of payload capacity to haul something like this, because you're likely gonna see anywhere around 2,500 pounds probably resting on the back of your truck when everything is said and done. This is gonna have an incredibly heavy hitch weight, mainly because of that huge I-beam up front. A lot of the weight on this unit is also up front because of the loft and everything else, and the kitchen is kind of in the midpoint ahead of the axles though, so definitely something you want to set up with the right vehicle. In many cases, you might get something like this towed out to the spot that you're getting with a commercial truck, right? Somebody's going to actually hitch this up to something that's really heavy duty and just bring it out to a location for you, and then then just set it up and you leave it there. But again, what are your thoughts on something like this? Is this something you could see yourself owning and living in? I'd love to know. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.